Welcome to your daily focus for November the 1st, 2021. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. I send it right back to you. You guys absolutely rock. We have the number one energy today. The number one energy is all about us, the I am, the new beginnings, the new starts. So we're futuristic thinking today. Absolutely. We are thinking about our goals. We want to put our focus on our goals, our dreams, our desires today. If we do the numerology of the day, it is a 17. So a 17 is making the impossible possible. So it's by looking at any challenges or situations that arise in our path today. Do not look away from them. But we want to look at them because we may see new ways through them, around them, past them, or maybe a new perspective comes into play. New news comes in that changes everything. So pay attention to what's happening to you today. The 1 plus 7 is an 8, so it's about our strength. It's about our courage. It's about embracing our strength and our courage and using it in a very proactive and healthy way in order to move forward. We need to walk within our integrity. Our word is our bond. Sun is in Scorpio. So black and white, investigations, digging for the truth. The primal warrior comes out in all of us and pushes us forward in our path. And superficial doesn't matter at all. Like, we don't want to have anything to do with superficial. It's got to be grounded. It's got to be strong. It's got to be true. It's got to be right. There's no gray area. Moon. The moon is in... Where is it? Virgo? It's in Virgo still. And I think it will be until we go to sleep at night. So when we go to sleep tonight, the moon will move into Libra. And Libra inclines us to bring in more harmony in our life, more happiness, more joy, more balance, more peace of mind into our life. So we'll go to great lengths to make things fair, and we'll compromise, and we have to be watchful of that. But as we go to sleep tonight, ask our subconscious to go to work on different ways that we can bring in more harmony into our life, more happiness into our life. And you just may wake up tomorrow morning with this aha moment, this epiphany of what you can do different. And that 17 energy, making the impossible possible, does happen in your life. You see a way of bringing in great joy and abundance. Or it could be just a trickle, but I'll take a trickle. I'm good with a trickle. That's what I always say. There's a thing with our lottery tickets here where you can play the encore number. And the encore number is a 6-digit number. And if you get all 6 digits, you win $1 million. And so, some of these jackpots, right, they go 20, 30, 40, 50 million dollars. And they'll say, do you want the encore? And I'll say, yeah, I'd be happy with $1 million, I guess, Like, seriously? People say no to that? A chance to win $1 million when they're already gambling? $3, $4, $5, $6 on, hopefully, having that $1 million in the bank. So it's not overlooking things. It's looking for the opportunity. It's embracing the opportunity when it presents itself. And we can do that when we attach ourselves to that 17 energy, when we attach ourselves to that 8 energy, and take a risk on ourselves and bring out our courage and our strength in order to take that next step that's been holding us back. Because we get the understanding, we get the clarity, and we are in that one energy of the I am. So a lot of beauty can come to us and our lives long term through today. So keep it conscious, keep it in front of mind. What else is happening in the sky? I think Mercury and Jupiter are getting along together, so that always brings in optimism, good luck, good news. People are more cordial, people are more pleasant, we're more pleasant. And we're future oriented once again with Mercury and Jupiter coming together. But we do have the Sun and Chiron not getting along so well today, so we could kind of feel that we'll try to self-express in some way. Maybe it's through art, maybe it's through our speech, maybe it's through our actions. And it just doesn't feel comfortable or natural or right, or we're kind of like off just a half a step, we feel. when it comes to our expression or self-expression. Or we could be feeling very guilty about maybe some things that we've moved to the back burner, or we are ignoring, or we're not accomplishing, or it was an obligation or responsibility, and we're kind of trying to hide under the radar away from it. We'll feel a great guilt come over us. And don't look away from those things today. Okay, sometimes I say, it's not going to matter long term, but today I'm saying you need to look at it directly in the eye. You need to face it. And chances are overcoming that makes way for the potential of actually making the impossible possible, to step into your dream, step into your goal, step into those moments that you want to celebrate of your successes going forward. Let's see what the cards have to say. So yeah, we could have a wavering confidence today. We could not feel like we are or we're not trusting our own judgment. Today that could happen. With that Scorpio sun, we will dig for the truth. We will go for the understanding. So don't get frustrated, but look it in the eye and say, I'm done with this. I'm going to move on from it. And by moving on from it, I'm going to do what is necessary. My gosh, all these cards flew out. Let's see here. Oh, we got one that was turned over in the middle. So we had the Tower card there, but this is the one that turned over. So the Tower card is all about awakenings, and sometimes the Tower card comes in to say, you know what, you're not paying attention to this, so that we're going to rock the boat for you. Okay, all of a sudden that nice calm sea of yours is just going to be a little choppy for a little bit. We're going to see what you do with it. And sometimes it takes away things in our life. Sometimes we have to move past certain obstacles. It forces us to come face to face with it. So make sure that you're writing the narrative. Make sure that you are conscious of what you're really, not really focusing on, or not putting your attention to, not reaching an obligation or a responsibility, and understand how you want to go forward, changing that in your life in one way or another. And not allow the 16 energy to do it for you, because it's usually a harder lesson when the 16 energy does come in. But it does right us in our right path, and it does not remove anything that we need in order to go forward. Well, we had the Two of Swords, so really, and we're gonna have a doubt of our inner truth. So it's going to be really hard for us to come to some decisions today, because we need to look within. The answers aren't out there. We can ask a million people, and yes, they can give us advice, and we can mull it inside. But at the end of the day, we already know the true answer, and we need to reflect. We need to look inwardly and understand why we're making certain choices in our life, why we are making certain decisions in our life, whether to step forward, whether to ignore. So perhaps where we procrastinate, avoid. Okay, let's put that one back in. And well, the Strength card was at the bottom. I should have shown you that. Oh, goodness. So let's see what the cards have to say, shall we? The Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles says something, a new path is awaiting you, and you feel it. You've identified with it. Maybe it's to lose 10 pounds. Maybe it's to start a new business. Maybe it's to go looking for a new job, or bring somebody into your life, allow for a partnership, or to grow that partnership, or to bring a spark back to the partnership. Maybe it's joining something, or doing something, and acting in some way. Maybe it's changing environments. Maybe it's taking a risk on yourself. And there's doubt, and there's concern, and there's maybe even misconceptions in there, because I heard that word as well. So we're kind of forward looking, and we can kind of get a glimmer of this path, and we want this path, whatever it may be. And something comes in to say, yes, you're on the right track. You need to move forward in that direction. Here's something to help you. So that's when the good news comes in. That's when the luck turns into a monetary windfall. That's when something just kind of drops in your lap in order to move you forward in that direction. So you're going for this job, but you want this job and you can't get it because you don't have the wardrobe. And all of a sudden you're talking to a neighbor and she's got a bag of clothes sitting there, and it's exactly what you need. And she says, well, I was going to drop it off at the the local charity, or I was going to sell it on eBay. I thought I'd get this much for it. You can have it for this. Something comes in. Something comes in to help you to say, yes, you're on the right track. Now take it and move it forward. So it might be another person coming in, a partnership of some form. They have a talent and ability. It might be the handshake that does it today for you. We have the Seven of Wands. We really need to stand in our truth. We're speaking our word. We're speaking our path. We may be just making these commitments and these acknowledgments to ourselves. But chances are we may be sharing it with another person or people of who you are. And maybe it's been something that you've been quiet about for a very long time. And you've been kind of taking it. And you don't like it. And it's changing your environment. It's changing your energy. It's changing every part of your life because of this one thing that you're allowing. Or it could just be changing one little part of your life. And you're like, no, I like that part of my life the way it is. And this is the time you'll voice it. So think about what you want to say. Really strategize on what you want to say. Plan what you want that outcome to look like. Think of different ways it can happen. Think of different words you can say. Practice it in the mirror. Oh, look at this. It's surrounded by the Ace of Wands. We understand how to bring in balance. We understand how to bring in pleasure. We understand how to bring in joy. Now, we do have a disruptive energy up there, so we have to turn our focus. We have to be conscious to stay focused on where we want to go. Our dreams, our vitality, a positive approach today. A positive approach today will open doors. Introspection today will open doors. Being aware of what's happening to you and just not reacting to it, but thinking about how you are going to enable yourself to go forward through that, with that. Okay, let's get a mantra card, shall we? And our card for today is letting go. Learn to let go. And sometimes, I was talking about that 16 energy coming in and just kind of shaking our foundation a little bit, rocking that boat a little bit, making us think we're going through a storm when actually we were going towards a light, a beauty. And sometimes letting go of what you've been holding on to. If you've been worried about something, if you needed to say something out loud, if you needed to, just let it out. These are times where to let go of that energy, you feel this freedom, you feel this liberation, you understand how you can go forward, you can embrace your courage, you can embrace your strength, you can walk within your own integrity and go forward in your goals, your dreams, your desires. It's not the time to throw in the towel. If it's not working today, then go to something else that will work for you today. Because very often when we're trying to express ourselves in some way today, it's not going to go right. So this is a planning. This is a thinking it through. This is about acknowledging how to actually move through this energy successfully. It's not what happens to you. It's how you handle it today. Absolutely it is. Letting go. I opened right up to letting go. Life is constantly changing and nothing stays the same. People come, they go. Some exit quietly without you realizing it. Some go with a loud bang. In the constant flow of changes of life, we get stuck with unhealthy habits, unhealthy relationships, unrewarding jobs, unrealized dreams, and so on and so forth. You may have created an unhealthy habit, unhappy relationships, an unrewarding job, an unrealized dream. You may have created an unhealthy attachment or bond to something or someone that no longer serves you in a positive way. Now is the time to have that courage to acknowledge the situation and know that change must happen. It also brings with it newfound freedom and spiritual growth. I really can't make this up. The mantra is, I am ready to free myself from situations that no longer serve me. So we are still in full moon energy. I was thinking earlier when I was doing the numerology, the 17 comes up and I'm thinking, making the impossible possible. What a way to start the week. Making the impossible possible. The rainbow. seeing the rainbow come through, right? The miracle happening. Miracles happen every day. Although I was listening to a guru that says there's no such thing as a miracle. It was supposed to happen that way all along. You were just kept in the dark about it. Oh. Slow down just tried to jump out there, the snail. But he jumped back in again. Let's see who does show up. Get busy. The exact opposite shows up. Wow. Huh? So slow down, but get busy. Take it a step back so that you can go forward with a punch, with a pizzazz, with a sense of authority, of a confidence, knowing that you deserve, knowing that you're worthy, knowing that this dream of yours is actually for you because you got to dream it. You wouldn't have the dream if it wasn't meant for you. Seriously, you wouldn't have the dream if it wasn't meant for you. Some people want to be a long distance truck driver because they want to see maybe their town or their province or their state or their country or another country. And they want to do it on someone else's dime because they'll never be able to afford it. They feel in their mind, but they want to see it, so they become, and they love it. But would you want to tour the world that way? Or is it on a yacht? Or is it in a plane? Maybe you want to be a pilot. And if it's your dream, it will happen. Or something like that, where it led you to something else that was even greater and more in line with who you were. So sometimes our dream is only there to lead us to the next step because we would never believe we were capable of the next step unless we got the first part. Get busy. Get busy. We'll go to the B. Get busy, active, goal setting, fertility. The happiest people are those who are too busy to notice whether they are or not. B tells you it's time to get busy. Instead of trying to get all your projects done by yourself, ask for assistance. Everybody has strengths. Some are leaders, others are followers. Know what category you fit in and use that to your advantage. Maybe you hate to clean. There's others who love it. Maybe you love to organize. Others need your direction and how to accomplish it. There shouldn't be shame in your talent. You should be very flamboyant with your talent. You were given your talent. That was your birthright. But then in order to really become your path, it's giving it back away. Picasso said that, and I'm definitely paraphrasing there. Cooperation and delegation is key with B. Embrace B by taking the small steps, but begin a project or task in front of you, even if it seems impossible. Any action is action towards fulfilling a goal. One of the most important things to remember if you want to be successful, that procrastination is probably your biggest enemy. It'll delay things and it'll sabotage your goals. Don't lose hope. Remain determined. B is also known for fertility. This could be a sign that it's the right time to add a child to your life or open up a new dream, a new door in your life. Or you may hear of someone close to you that they may be pregnant. You may want to start an exercise program. B lets you know that in order to motivate yourself, you need to work as a team. Instead of running on a treadmill, join a volleyball team. Instead of walking around the block by yourself, ask a neighbor to join you. The pressure you put on yourself will greatly decrease if you engage others who will motivate you. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.